Well, for our series Collecting Carolina, our British-American producer Julia Carpenter couldn't resist the opportunity to visit historic Edenton, which is famous for the other Tea Party, the Edenton Tea Party of 1774. Antique collectors and history fans will delight in wandering the picturesque streets of Edenton, where there seem to be treasures around every corner.
Edenton was established over 300 years ago and served as the colonial capital of the newly defined territory of North Carolina from 1722 until 1743. When you arrive, make a stop first at the Visitor Center to plan your visit and learn about the local attractions, tours, and dining opportunities. I'm joined by two of Edenton's leading citizens and historians to explain Edenton's unique place in our history and its important furniture-making legacy. So Sam, tell us a little bit about the history of Edenton.
Well, the early history of Edenton is very interesting. In the 1600s, there were Native American villages here. There was the Weepumack tribe and the Choanoke tribe. And then by the 1690s, English explorers started coming into these waters, and they were actually settlers here in the late 1600s. And in 1712, by an act of the Assembly, they laid out the present town of Edenton. Julia, I have in this book a copy of the Saltier map from 1769, which was drawn and shows the town as it was laid out and as it is today.
So Tom, tell us about the Chowan Basin School of Cabinet Making.
In the 18th century, Edenton was an extraordinarily wealthy town. Merchants moved in based on the trade patterns, and craftsmen followed. They made wonderfully highly carved furniture, a series of tea tables that are highly sought after today. But it's some of the finest furniture made in northeastern North Carolina was made here in Edenton based on the wealth of the town.
Julia was sitting on the porch at the Penelope Barker House, which is a very important house to Edenton. Penelope Barker presided over the Edenton Tea Party, which took place on October 25th, 1774. And 51 women got together and decided to boycott English tea and English fabric. And it was such an important event that the English newspapers of the day picked it up. And about 6 months later, a caricature of the Edenton Tea Party appeared in all the major London newspapers, and that caricature still exists today.
Julia, we have three examples here of Edenton tilt-top tables. The unique feature of Edenton tables is that the tops are supported by a dovetail box rather than a bird cage. These were made between 1760 and 1780, and probably 40 exist today that were made here in Edenton, although they were a British form originally. The center table is the only known example from North Carolina with a pie-crust top and ball and claw feet. The feet also have a talon on the back, which is an Edenton feature. The third table has a mulberry top, which is a native wood to eastern North Carolina.
So how do you know if you possibly own an 18th century Edenton tea table? Visit and do research at the Museum of Early Southern Decorative Arts in Old Salem.
The Mesda Research Center has been documenting Edenton tea tables for decades, building photographic files that illustrate different examples of the reform and then recording all of the detailed information about them. In some cases, the provenance that ties them all the way back to families that lived in Edenton in the 18th century.
I had to ask Robert how much an Edenton tea table was worth in today's market.
I checked online sales results this morning. One did sell recently at auction for $18,000.
The historic Chowan County Courthouse and the Green still command the center of town, as they have for hundreds of years. See if you can spot this tribute to the Edenton Tea Party. A teapot mounted on a cannon, which can be found alongside the Green. Touring other important home sites reveals the rich antique furniture heritage of the area, displayed in original settings.
And this is the Cupola House, a must-see for anybody coming to Edenton. It is the only Jacobean house in the state of North Carolina and was built in 1758 by Francis Corbin, who was the agent for Lord Granville. And it is filled with local eastern North Carolina antiques.
For a full day of discovery, wander the streets and step back in time as historic Edenton reveals its authentic charm, character, and important antique furniture legacy. For North Carolina Weekend and Collecting Carolina, I'm Julia Carpenter.
The Edenton Historical Commission is dedicated to preserving the history of Edenton and housed in the Penelope Barker House. Contact the Edenton Historical Commission for more details at 252-482-7800 or go to ehcnc.org, or you can learn more at visitedenton.com. For more information on this series, go to our website, unctv/ncweekend/Collecting Carolina.